just thinking, so I've got this view that Trump is going to lose both houses in November. And I also think impeachment will begin.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And I suspect that this time he'll walk away with his extra 4 or 5 billion that the Trump organization has made.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do, because I'm not sure. I think he's 80, is he now?
Yeah, there or thereabouts.
I
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
feathered the
It's,
nest and he'll go quietly.
I think his powers of oomph are diminishing. We see it already.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then of course we've got Vance, but Vance of course is not as extreme when it comes to starting wars.
Well, yeah, he's
I mean, he's extreme on other things, but I do think that will happen.
I think he's definitely losing the House, isn't he? Is he
Yeah,
losing the Senate? It's more variable. But when he makes comments like he basically sort of said he doesn't care about the price of gas, it's not what his vote. It's not what even the MAGA lot don't want to hear that. They're like, well, hang on,
no,
we care, we care.
exactly. He's making so many errors as regards MAGA. And of course,
Mm.
MAGA is splitting now, big
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's proper hardcore only, isn't it? Trump can really genuinely do no wrong.
Yeah.
and you think the Republicans will just continue on the path and anoint Vance and away we go? Because there's got to be another challenge there from the sensible arm if there is.
Yeah, and there are a few people, aren't there? I'm trying to think who it is. There's a Republican senator who is what I call the acceptable face of republicanism.
Well,
Um,
Rubio will want to have another pot, probably, won't he? But I think Trump will want people whose surname is Trump to stand. To be honest with you,
yeah, he
which
will.
one of them I don't know, but I don't think he's worried about Van. He doesn't roll like that. He doesn't care about anybody else. He wants the dinner. The only what's he got left? Legacy and dynasty. He can lie his way through the legacy, but to have a Clinton, to have a Biden, to have a Bush style impact, because ego is important to him. He needs to have one of the boys, probably. I don't think Ivanka wants it on the ballot, right? Realistically,
That's a very good point. Uh, they may be on the ballot, but that'll be it.
they're sure. I agree with that. But yeah, taking the money. I mean, if he does get neutered by the double loss, which is very possible, especially the longer this all goes on, apart from anything else. Um, where does that leave him in terms of go? I just don't see him going quietly, Roger. I can't.
Uh,
I can't get my head around him going quietly. Plus 3 billion or not plus 3 billion, you know.
yeah, yeah,
But then again, he does look. I mean, some of the close-up photos of his
yeah.
He's not
skin, and
looking
it, I
good,
mean,
is he?
he
No.
doesn't look well, does he? He really doesn't look well. So if we see any sort of disappearances from public office, public-facing stuff for a few weeks, speculation's going to really start to rumble,
Yeah.
and he's not going to fancy going in and losing, even just losing the house. He's not going to fancy that very much, is he? So,
Yeah.
what about delaying the elections because there's a war?
He would try anything, wouldn't he?
Exactly.
I mean, the Supreme Court, even though it's stuff with his mates, is not actually bending over.
There, they voted against the tariffs.
They
They were
did.
they're basically called enemies of the state or whatever after
Yeah.
they did. But only three of the loyalists trumped up, and the other ones did the right thing, really, because the law was pretty clear. Let's face it,
Yeah.
right? The law was pretty clear, and that has scuppered and egg on face. And in fairness, I don't remember the last time I heard him. He certainly isn't going around saying tariffs is my favourite word and all the rest of that stuff that he was doing. He's still threatening them, but they're having to come from other parts of the law, left, right, and centre. These Section 103s and whatever are getting defeated as quickly as you hear the fact that it's Section 103. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he'll get a bit fed up of that when he knows he hasn't just bought the Supreme. And the thing is, as well, those who are willing to bend to the requirements of the leader are going to start having an eye on the next leader, realistically, aren't they? One way or another, and they'll just transfer their allegiance accordingly.
And I do think the one thing the average American cherishes is their constitution.
Yeah.
And he's played fast and loose with that.
Mm.
Look, the checks and balances at the end of the day, they've been a bit slow, but they are actually working, right? And I think one of the fallouts, or whatever you want to call it, 2028 onwards, 29 onwards, when the new president is in, will be some beefing up of that system and those powers, because he's done certain things that people have thought, well, no one will ever do that. And it's like, well, he's done it, right? He's done it. So now we need to guard against that in the future. And I do think they've done a good job, although, you know, I wouldn't invest in America as a business. You know, I wouldn't repatriate a business over there because of the tariffs. I don't even want to go on holiday there at the moment, to be honest with you, because I don't feel like you're going to be particularly welcome. And I can take my business elsewhere, quite frankly. I can wait. I'm not 80, so I can wait until Mr. Trump has shuffled on, you know what I mean?